Well, hello there. This is Mark Ittleman, speech-language pathologist, out for my morning walk, and good morning to you. This video that we're going to do today is concerning the amount of talking one does if one has aphasia. And really the topic is that the more you talk, the better you get. Now, I was speaking with some people I work with yesterday, and we were doing therapy, and towards the end of the visit, the individual's care partner, who I've been training in the teaching of talking methods, said to me, "Mark, you know, I can really tell, as we have our visits, I can really tell that my husband's speech is getting better and better and better." And she said that not only is it getting better and better and better, but even within the visit itself, often it starts out a little bit more slurred, a little bit more hesitant, a little bit more uncertain. But what happens is something that's amazing that happens over time. And that is within the visit, within even a half-hour visit, 45-minute visit, or an hour visit, we watch a person with aphasia go from a hesitant way of speaking, an uncertain way of speaking, to a way of speaking that is deliberate. Speaking is not deliberate at all. Speaking is automatic for all of us. But for a person with aphasia, or a person with apraxia, or a person with dysarthria, just about any speaking difficulty, what has to happen during training is that the person has to be deliberate. A person has to, while they're talking, be very careful about their speed, about their articulation, about all different aspects: speed, articulation, the grammar, the sentence structure, the phrase length, the sentence length. And that's what we train people with aphasia to do, is to be very deliberate in their speaking, because speaking is an automatic skill. And when that automatic skill is lost due to a stroke and aphasia, well, that person is lost. It's like they're in the woods and they don't know how to get out of the woods. There's no path there. They're just there. But a good speech pathologist, an expert speech pathologist, can listen to a person talk and can show them the path out of the woods. Now, what happens then is that when the person comes back to the woods at a later time, if they do, they can take the path because they're familiar with the path through the woods. And what happens is, when we teach people with aphasia how to speak better, and we teach their caregivers how to help them speak better, well, the person with aphasia is shown what to do. They become very deliberate in their speaking. And when you become very deliberate in your speaking, gosh, everything changes. The articulation changes, the words change, the vocabulary changes. Just about everything changes, and a person improves in their talking. So it's not an old, worn-out adage. We read all the time, well, the more you practice, the better you do, and the more you do. Everybody knows that. We know concert pianists, concert violinists, famous pitchers, famous basketball players, who spent hours every day working on the skill they wanted to develop. And that's what it takes. there's no simple substitute. You're not going to buy an iPad. You're not going to buy a flashcard or a workbook unless, you have a desire to improve your speaking. But what really improves your speaking is to have a caregiver who talks with you, because talking is talking. Talking is conversing. Talking is not saying words. Talking is asking questions to a person, getting an answer, asking another question, getting an answer. That's what conversation is. That's what talking is. And talking is not, how you do on an app, because it lacks context. It lacks being at home. It lacks talking with people. It's a poor substitute. It's a substitute, but it's a poor one. And people who use them aren't going to really get better all that fast in terms of their conversation and their ability to talk with one another. To improve the ability to talk with one another, you have to talk with one another. So that's what the message here is all about today. It's about only one thing. It's about when you're speaking with a person, like a caregiver or a therapist, people with aphasia learn to be deliberate. Now, once they begin to learn how to be deliberate, when they want to speak better, they become deliberate. And when they're deliberate, people understand them, and it's a much better situation. The frustration lessens, the depressions lessen, the anxiety lessens, the anger lessens, until soon a person is able to talk better or simply or just with more clarity, and they feel a lot better. They don't feel like they have to repeat themselves all the time. They don't feel like people think that they have some kind of disease and stay away, because that's what happens with a lot of people with stroke and aphasia. They're old friends and people like that. They don't want to come around anymore because they think, you can't talk. It's uncomfortable. It's embarrassing. It's like you have a disease. It's like you have something that's catching. Okay? And it's not true. So we're having a seminar in Las Vegas in March 24th, 25th, and 26th. And the deadline for that is right away. So if you want to join us in Las Vegas for the 3-day intensive seminar, you need to contact us, and probably contact us today before midnight. We're also going to be traveling this spring and this summer. We're going to be in Houston. We're going to be in Florida. We're going to be in Brighton, England. We're going to be in Paris, France. We're going to be in Italy. And we are offering the Teaching of Talking seminars to colleagues all over the world. So if you would like to sponsor a seminar for caregivers or therapists, we can come to wherever you are, whether it's in France or Italy or wherever, or it could be just about anywhere. We're even going to be in the Middle East in June. So if you'd like some information about sponsoring a meeting or a seminar in your city or your town, just drop us a line at markittleman@teachingoftalking.com. All the information will be down below, all the information about the seminar in Las Vegas, and there'll be other seminars coming up in Texas, in Florida, and across the pond over in the UK and over in Europe. So if you'd like more information about sponsoring that, just let us know. Our contact information is below. So don't forget, we have a Las Vegas seminar 3 days coming up. If you wanna come, you better come, because we pick 10 people and we spend 3 intensive days with them, teaching them what they need to do in order to stimulate speech and language at home. So therefore, they don't have to worry about insurance. They don't have to worry about government health insurance. They don't have to worry about caps on insurance. They don't have to worry about sitting in a waiting room where there may be some other sick people with some kind of a disease or something, or a communicable disease. They don't have to worry about whether or not the therapist is experienced or not, or a newbie. Caregivers are learning these methods that I've spent 46 years developing and teaching. So this is Mark Ittleman. Contact us if you've liked this video. Give us a thumbs up. And if you've liked it also, hit the bell on the YouTube video, and that will subscribe you to our channel. And come join our mailing list. And if you can't come to any of our seminars, there's also a products page on the Teaching of Talking where you can order the book, or you can order the online video training course. So this is Mark Ittleman. Best wishes to you. Have a great day, and we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye now.